So Arsenal kick off 2019 with a 4-1 home win against Fulham in another mouthwatering London derby after we concluded 2018 in not the best possible way, really, losing 5-1 at Anfield to Liverpool. And we are going to start the first Analysing Arsenal of 2019 talking about all of this, talking about the game at Anfield, talking about today's game against Fulham, and kind of giving my overall thoughts and feelings as Arsenal go into a brand new year. Welcome back to Analysing Arsenal, my first video of 2019. I just want to say from everyone here at DJ Bagpuss, a very happy, healthy and safe 2019 and a very happy new year to all of you guys. I know I didn't kind of round off 2018, my 2018 review, kind of my, YouTube rewind video, which both of those videos are hopefully going to be out sometime this month, but I didn't get a chance to do it as I was away for New Year's with the family, and on Friday I got ridiculously drunk. I'll talk all about that in a video to come, but I just wasn't in any state Saturday night to record as well, so I'm kind of, just sorting out and dealing with everything in Analysing Arsenal and talking about these two things in this video right now, because we ended 2018 by getting absolutely, humiliated by Liverpool. And I mean, there's no shame in losing to Liverpool. I mean, they are definitely going to go and win the league, in my opinion. And, where Liverpool are and where we are right now, the gap is literally it's like that. We're nowhere near Liverpool, and there's no shame in getting beaten by them because of the quickness, how the speed of their attacks is frightening. How quickly they move is just ridiculous, and I think overall, they're just streets ahead, in front of us, and they are just 10 times the team that we are. To lose 5-1 away from home is kind of, that's bad. I mean, I'm used to Arsenal getting battered in big games, and even with a new manager, it's going to take time. And I'm not putting any kind of the blame on Unai Emery. We just need better players. There's a lot of players in that side that are just simply not good enough. But, it was a moment where, because I think Arsenal have been sort of riding their luck at times, and I'm not taking anything away as positive, and I've tried to be as positive as possible, really, because with a new manager coming in, obviously it's going to take time, and even when we were on that 20, I think it was 21, 22 unbeaten run, that was a run where we could have lost games, we should have lost games at times, but we were just kind of showing a little bit of fight, grittiness, and obviously we won the North London derby, beating Spurs at the Emirates by 4-2. We drew with Liverpool, earlier in the year, in November, so we have shown moments where we can defend well, but Saturday was just one of those games where we just got ripped to absolute shreds. We started in the best possible way, scoring a goal, and then kind of 3 minutes later we concede a ridiculous goal. The manner of how Firmino scored his first goal was a joke, and then to top it all, we started sliding around the pitch like no man's business to give Firmino his second, and then once Liverpool 2-1 up, they just went through the gears. I mean, they could have had 8 or 9. I think they actually were quite kind on us because they didn't want to see Arsenal be absolutely embarrassed, and they thought, at half time, 4-1 up, game done, let's just move on and kind of focus on Manchester City. So, there are huge problems, and I think that, Unai Emery is here to, win Arsenal the league. I mean, his first kind of major objective is to get back into the Champions League, get Arsenal back into Champions League football. Then, it's to get kind of closer and closer, top 4, finishing in 3rd, and then, moving up to try to win, the Premier League title. And that's the ultimate aim, to get Arsenal a Premier League title, something which we haven't had, for almost 15 years now. And that isn't going to happen overnight. This is a 3-year project, but we need better defenders. I mean, it's no surprise that over the last couple of years, defensively we've been all over the place, and it's not against the Leicester side. We've seen today, beating Fulham by 4-1. We get a goal from Granit Xhaka on 25 minutes. Lacazette, doubles our lead. Fulham do get a goal back through Kamara, but then Ramsey comes on, and did Ramsey actually start? I'm not actually, because obviously it's New Year's Day. I didn't really have a look at the lineups. Did he start, Ramsey? No, so he came on. So he came on just like he did when we went to Craven Cottage in October. Ramsey came on and scored. Aubameyang then got a goal 4 minutes later, 7 minutes from time, and we cruise to a 4-1 victory. And we do that week in, week out against the lesser sides. Against the lesser teams, we are always going to score goals, and we are normally going to win the game. If there are moments where the lesser teams, stand up and they kind of show, bitterness and they kind of get in our faces, and they've got something to play for. So, if you kind of, use strength and become intensified in trying to disturb Arsenal, and you disturb Arsenal's defence and get in our faces, you're going to break us down one way or another. But Fulham did do that. We were in very much we were in a large part of control, 16 shots, 9 shots on target, 60% of possession. Fulham only having 9 shots, registering only 4 shots on target. We were in pretty much, full control from minute 1 to minute 90. And it's a standard result. You see Arsenal play Fulham, and no disrespect to Fulham, but you expect Arsenal to win the game. And, that isn't the issue. The issue is not against the lesser sides. The issue is, firstly, just defending in general, and secondly, in the big games, not getting absolutely, ripped to absolute smithereens, which has been a recurrent theme over the last kind of decade. I think of, the 5-1 that we picked up against Liverpool 2014, 6-3 to Manchester City, 6-0 to Chelsea, 4-0 to Liverpool last season, the 8-2 to Manchester United. You could draw up a list of about 10 Premier League games where Arsenal have conceded at least 4 goals or more. And, the way that Unai Emery's playing, he's playing a 3-4, 2-1, a formation which I don't really think he wants to play, but he's forced to play it. We had Mustafi, Socrates, Koscielny, Maitland-Niles, Kolasinac, Kundazi, Xhaka, Iwobi, Aubameyang and Lacazette. It's a strong team, but again, playing, and I said this, that he played a back 3 on Saturday against Liverpool. And I just felt that was a big risk, because we saw under Arsene Wenger, to play in a back 3, you need to have full-backs that are equally good going forward and also equally good as going back. And you need to have kind of, outside centre-backs that are, able to defend the wide areas, be, quick enough to get back to those wide areas, and also come in and move, forward as a baseline, really. It's a very specialised kind of formation to play. And if you get it right, you can cause any team any sorts of problem, because sometimes you've got 7 players going forward at any one time, and you could just swarm your opposition and just put them into a place where they just can't do anything, and you could just score goals after goals after goals. You get it wrong, however, you're seriously exposed, because you've got so many players going forward, you've got so much space that has been left open. The opposition can just take the ball off you and break, and we saw that at Anfield. We saw how quickly, Liverpool, break on you, and they score goals, and they counter attack so quickly. It's actually quite scary to sometimes see Liverpool break if you give them space. We gifted them. It was gift after gift after gift after gift. You can't do that. You simply cannot do that. So, going forward, we're fine. Liverpool defended, expertly well. Not only did Aubameyang not get any service on Saturday, but, they just kind of stopped Arsenal, creating any sort of major opportunities after Arsenal got that first opening goal. So if the opposition gives us a chance, we're going to score goals, because we've never ever had an issue not scoring goals. Our issue's always been the amount of goals that we concede, not the amount of goals that we score. And I think we've got, I'd probably say a winger, like a, Ousmane Dembele, or like a Martial or a Sterling, or even a Hazard, like somebody that is electric, that is quick, that, along with Aubameyang and Lacazette, can really cause problems. Although I have to say that Iwobi's been brilliant in recent weeks. But I think that we just need to focus on, a better centre-back. I think we actually need a whole new defence. Mustafi, on his day, is okay, but he doesn't do it enough. Socrates, I think, with a little bit of work, and a lot of work actually, he'll become a very good centre-back, but he's nowhere near that yet. I think Koscielny's past it. I think his injury has kind of, he was already declining, and I think his injury, he started today, but I just don't think that I think his time is up, really. And then, you've got, Rob Holding, still inexperienced, still needs time and years to kind of, and I think, one day he's going to be an exceptional centre-back, but again, that's not going to be for 6, 7, 8 years. That's a long term kind of the future of Rob Holding. That is something which he can't make an instant impact now. Monreal inconsistent, Bellerin inconsistent, Kolasinac inconsistent. We're just not good defensively, and you're never going to win anything. You're never ever going to win the Premier League. You're never going to win the Champions League. You may not even get back into the top 4 if you don't have a strong, solid defensive base, and then you could play out from the back. I mean, Unai Emery likes to play out from the back. He likes, the defence coming out as a team. You defend as a team, you attack as a team. He likes the constant kind of pressure. So all of the pieces are being put into place, but defensively, that can't happen until we've got a defensive, solid unit that can defend, and that is the most important part. We have to have a team that can defend, and for that to happen, we need the board to spend money. We didn't spend enough in the summer transfer window. Yes, Unai Emery had about 6 weeks to get the squad into action, and I think the business that Arsenal did in the summer transfer window was actually quite good business. But for the grand scheme of things, you're looking at least 4 new defenders. I actually think another goalkeeper, because I'm not sold by Leno. I think, he's too much of a liability. I don't think, he is as good as what I wanted him to be. We need like an Oblak. We need like a Horn, a goalkeeper that has proven himself in the big moments. I don't think Leno's done that enough. And then we come on to the conversation of Mesut Ozil, and my thoughts on Mesut Ozil is that he's the type of player that, yes, he is a world-class player. There's no two ways about it. But he doesn't fit into the Unai Emery system, and I just can't see him, staying at a club where, again, he wasn't even in the squad today. He keeps saying that he's constantly and continuously injured. Do you think he's injured? Because I don't. I think he's the type of player that if he doesn't get his own way, he'll sulk, he'll whinge, he'll moan, he'll whine, he'll complain. And Unai Emery won't stand for that, because he's a manager that doesn't, stand for nonsense. So, we've got to sort out our defensive issues. That's mission number 1. Mission number 2 is probably look to see if we get a new winger maybe. I'm not going to do this all in one window, just because the January transfer window is now open. We are not going to be doing that in one window. You're probably looking at least 3 transfer windows. So, this is still, a long-term plan. But Unai Emery has now been at the job almost 6 months. Well, he started in May. So it has been 6 months, but from when the season started, September, October, November, December, January, he's coming up to 6 months of actually, being in the Premier League and being with the squad and playing regular games. We now need to start to see the next piece of the puzzle put together if Arsenal are going to get back into the Champions League. I mean, I think, we've got a chance of getting back into the top 4. It's not going to be easy. I keep kind of wavering and saying, yes, we're going to get into the top 4, then we're not going to get into the top 4. Our best bet in my eyes, and I said this from day one, that we need to win the Europa League, and I think that's the best chance for us to get back into the Champions League by winning the Europa League. And obviously we've got the FA Cup underway, so I'd like to see us. We're certainly going in the right direction, but there is a lot of things that need to be sorted. But it's not panic stations yet. I saw a lot of ranting, a lot of raving, a lot of just people going absolutely crazy. It was embarrassing to watch at the weekend. Losing a game is hard enough. Losing 5-1, it's almost like a dagger to your heart. But we need to regroup, refocus, go again. And we've done that. We've got back to winning ways of the Premier League by beating Fulham, our opening game of 2019, and we're unbeaten in 2019, which is always a nice way to kickstart the year. We move on to the FA Cup at the weekend, and it's all about. It's going to be interesting this month to see how and what Unai Emery does in the January transfer window. You can see that he knows quite clearly that we need defensive reinforcements. You can tell that he's got a lot to work with. Whether he can get the starting building blocks of getting players, and getting the kind of sort of items that he needs from the catalogue to be able to push up and get to where he wants to be. That remains to be seen. It's probably going to be something that's going to be over, 2, 3, 4 transfer windows rather than this one. But I'll be interested to see what he's going to do in this transfer window. He was active in the summer transfer window. Will he be active in a January transfer window, which is a difficult transfer window because, if you're going to get the very best players, you'll be paying over the odds, and we've got a board that will simply not pay over the odds and simply won't pay any money at all. So, There is still a lot of questions that are needing answers, and we are slowly starting to see the answers to those questions, but we have still got a long way to go. I'm going to leave analysing Arsenal there for you guys today. Not much about the game. I didn't get a chance to see the entire game. I've just seen the highlights, so I haven't really got enough to talk about in relation to the game in question, but I wanted to give you my thoughts and feelings on Arsenal's current position going into 2019. Lots of content hopefully on the way, so stay tuned. Please make sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and check out my great content as well. Until next time, this is Bagpuss signing out. Take care, and I shall see you all later. Take care, and I shall see you all very, very, very soon. Bye bye everyone. See you later.